has been brilliant. Obviously, with the introduction late in the season, he did that well to convince the coaches that he can start. So it's brilliant for South Africa to see youngsters being able to command in this area. Obviously, TSK is giving these youngsters that opportunity. Many you'll see in a number of clubs. I think that's the going trend right now.
37-year-old Mvelase, the oldest on the pitch today, still going strong. You'll remember amongst the goal scorers for Galaxy when they beat Mamelodi Sundowns in May. Decisive league match as things turned out in the league challenge. Not the best clearance from Maseti earlier on, 24-year-old. Now, that ball played in from Tulo, the debutant, went straight against the back of his teammate Pule. Side from Mangawang United. Local boy getting his opportunity at the age of 22 to show what he can do in the top flight. It's a big jump up from the ABC Motsepe League.
Maybe talk about information a little bit of TX Galaxy. 3 at the back. It's not because maybe they want to be too offensive in these beginning stages, but it's all about securing that middle of park to make sure that Siwelele doesn't get to play through. We'll obviously, with Mahlambi playing as a wing back today, we'll still have to see what he can provide. And even better, Sianda Kulu on the opposite end, also looking to play as a wing back. And these are young stars with lots of energy to go forward when necessary.
Velasi with the clearance. Nice little first touch there, brought down by Kulu. Now Kobedi finds Pule. That's an excellent challenge. Ball taken away fairly easily, and they're pushing forward now. An opportunity perhaps lost for Galaxy. Markaman will be doing most of the conducting from the middle. Good pass here to Tulo, and now the chase on. A little too strong perhaps for Victor Letswalo. He's 33 years old now, 7 goals last season. He actually was the top scorer yet again for his club. The throw will be taken by Baliti, being told to move back a bit. Signed by Orlando Pirates, by the way, in the off-season, Baliti, but allowed to return here to Siwelele on loan. Obviously, the Buccaneers see him as a long-term target. Ball into the middle from Pule. That's a good confidence-building catch from Maseti. And away comes Mvelasi. George and Letswalo are the two players up front that he'll be looking to find.
I was there, Chris, in Bombela when Maseti made his debut with the injury to Tabe. I was very impressed, and I had the privilege to chat a bit with him, then take us through.
Here's Kulu now. Stopped in his progress. And Tulo down the line again, looking for Jeza one more time. Up against Zulu. Jeza's got pace. That's a good challenge in the end from the centre-back.
Not only has he got pace about him, he's stocky and he's very strong. He makes good use of his ability to hold the ball when it's not played behind the defensive line. So he provides quite a number of aspects into his game. So Zulu will have so much work in keeping him quiet, because, like I said, for me, even individually, he's got the ability to work his way through defenders.
So the first set piece will go the way of the home side. Grant Markaman to come across and take it. Towards the near post, Blasi gets the clearing header. Now a chance to get things going with Kulu getting the header, but now possession. Letswalo won it. Kakora. And this is Kulu again. George has won possession now, looking to play the 1-2. Mahlambi was there. He might have gone on his own, said when George.
Easily so. In fact, if anything, it's a lack of confidence on his part. If a striker comes from that angle and is right-footed, that would have felt perfectly to kill the ball into that far corner. He had no business passing in that type of area.
Too strong for Mahlambi. This is played back here by Ngongo. Now up to George. Aerial battle at the back with Sesane, who's of course joined here from Orlando Pirates. Markaman got a bit of a knock earlier on. Leklanolo Siema with Willem Jackson as his number 2. Willem Jackson, of course, played for South Africa at the World Cup in France in 1998. Ndebele. Possession turned over. Swallow has a look around. It's nice and busy, this youngster, Kulu. 2 seasons already at the club. 2 seasons in which he's had a few sub-games. Pule dispossessed. Now they'll just calm it down a little bit. Ball at the back with Ndebele. Good to see Sesane back in action. That horrible Achilles tendon injury meant last season at Orlando Pirates he lost his place in the team. He had in the season before that, I think, missed just a single league game. And then, of course, there was the emergence of Mbukazi and Siema, and Sesane now, not through his own fault, finds himself with a new club. Chance to rebuild his career, as it were. He's only 26 years old. He's proven he can play at the top of the game.
And I've no doubt that he'll be able to bounce back, and I'm sure Orlando Pirates can call him back should the need be available for him. And so excited is Siema. He says, I can't believe that Pirates couldn't keep this young man, and I'm definitely going to start him. And that's how much the coach believes in his ability.
They also signed Rasebocha from Pirates. He has a chance for Galaxy. That's a very good tackle. Now Mvelase maybe trying a bit too much. Ndebele, the youngster at the back, 21-year-old, makes an excellent stop. Siwelele very quickly get themselves onto the front foot with Tulo. Now the young debutant, ball inside here, looking to play the 1-2 with Pule. That's a good ball back. Pule on the left foot. It still falls here for Siwelele. What a chance there. Mokachane, the new signing from Lesotho, misses a golden opportunity to make a big statement on his debut. Look at the space here for Mokachane. Wow, that is skewed off the side of the boot.
Definitely a bit of pressure from Gosi, formerly with DDC team of Kaizer Chiefs. He obviously comes through and they put him off slightly, but you still expect him to at least blast the defender just for him to see if he meant business in getting that onto his target. I think the youngster did very well if you talk about how Ngosi was able to come out so quickly. But you think to yourself, Pule should have done better as well, because he had the goalkeeper was at his mercy. Now
George to let Swallow, and it's blocked by Sesane. They were looking for the offside call there, Galaxy. And eventually it came from the linesman. He was a little bit slow in getting the flag up.
I think it's a question of not being able to be picked up by the referee.
Well, he didn't look offside there, Sedwin George, as the ball was delivered from their own half. And in that case, it was a golden chance for Galaxy. Bernard Parker a little perplexed. Remember, he took over from Beganovic towards the end of last season, had 6 matches in charge. They were talking about getting another coach from Europe, and then he has been given the job full-time now by Tim Sukazi. Now Markaman. tee to Tulo. Teasing his way. Has he got a left-footed cross in him? Much on that, and allowing Galaxy to come away with it with Mutaung. And now with Tulu. Come to let Swallow. He's been closely watched by Ndebele. Now, yellow card coming out here for, would it be Vincent Pule?
You tell me, what is it for? Because I think both players were challenging for the ball, and maybe Pule went with a little bit of his shoulder, but I think if it was his head, then there would be nothing wrong for me.
A little bit of the elbow in the back, perhaps, William.
But look, he's holding, Kakora is holding his head.
Well, he is the first man into the book, the veteran these days, 34 years old, Vincent Pule. Now, big hoof forward for Siwelele. Little ball in search of Tulo, set up by Jeza. Once again, they're getting some traction down this left-hand side, not getting the opportunities tucked away, though.
There was a lack of presence in the box. Tulo was looking every now and then to see if there's somebody who's going to be running forward, but he got stuck a bit, and he cut that across, hoping that somebody was there.
Mahlambi's lost possession. He goes down. He's hobbling back onto his feet now. As Siwelele look to set up an opportunity. For Lozi's in there. They'll have the throw in.
Yeah, this right-hand side of Siwelele is looking very sharp. Great deliveries, get a lot of attacking moves. Tulo obviously coming to the end of it. Now it's just a matter of time before Jeza gets his body into the right areas in that box.
Sasani to his new centre-back partner, Ndebele. Tulo, the 1-2 with Pule. Now to the byline. Maybe just not physically strong enough there. It was an easy little lean into him from Mutaung. Mutaung's a youngster himself, just 21 last month. Excellent first season at Galaxy in the last campaign. Played 24 of their 30 league matches. Now George with the flick on. Ndebele clears, so does Pule a little further up. They're looking for Mahlambi out wide on the left. Mokochane, although he's a Basotho international, was playing last season with Jwaneng Galaxy in Botswana. And quite a few players who've come through Botswana have done well there. We think of Sedi Dion, of course. There's Joan Wamba from Durban City, got to the Nedbank Cup winning side. Siwelele had a big clear out of players at the end of the campaign, and quite a lot of new faces. Went up to Johannesburg for a few training matches in the off-season, most of it spent, however, here, getting ready for the campaign. It's a problem for teams in the Cape, but here in the Free State, even the Eastern Cape, in your pre-season, very few sides to play against in terms of a decent standard in your pre-match, your pre-season friendlies. Try and get an idea of your new players. And so it's imperative either to go to Durban or to Johannesburg and get a diet of warm-up games. This was the earlier opportunity. What a tackle that is from the 21-year-old Ndebele. Just enough on the ball to deny progress for Kakora.
Here's another thing that is of the biggest interest or attraction from coach Siema with Siwelele. Those central two defenders. I'll talk about it a little bit later, Listen, you don't get.
Well, George now lays it back. This is an opportunity, and the strike is wide. Struck with some power by Kakora, but he missed the target. It was well laid back here by Sedwin George.
And the goalkeeper, Poko, might not have seen much of it. There's 2-3 defenders in front of him.
He has been given a corner, so there was a little bit of a deflection on that, but it did seem to be going off target anyway. Kakora, you'll remember, scored for Magesi at this very stadium in the famous Carling knockout final win over Mamelodi Sundowns 2 seasons ago. Not properly cleared. That was Kobedi. It got stuck. Now a little touch from Zulu, finds Velasi. Nice little ball on the outside of the foot, and again Markaman gets clattered into, and down he goes.
Now, if there's one challenge that maybe deserved a booking for me, it was this one from Sedwin George. Because definitely he was leaning with a little bit off an elbow, but still he was I thought he was challenging fairly, because the ball was there to challenge.
Zulu will play it forward here in search of Letswalo. Kobedi just gets a touch to it. Kakora, well, it's left behind by Tulu. Pule seem to be struggling a little bit with the pitch, these players. Either a little bit sticky or too bumpy, William?
The roll of the ball is a bit of a challenge. That's why you get some stadium managers being able to open up the water just to wet the grass a little bit so that you get the roll a little bit better. So we didn't see that in this field earlier. So I'm thinking maybe that is the other challenge that the players are facing here.
Offside there against Jeza. What a big impression this young man Jeza made towards the end of the season. Letronolo Siema played a lot of youngsters in the last few games that Siwelele had at the end of the last campaign, and Jeza made his debut in April. Finished with 6 starts and 3 goals. His first goal against Kaizer Chiefs when they won 2-0 here in the Free State capital. Also scored against the Magesi and Sekukune in the last 2 matches of the season. Well, he comes into this new campaign buzzing, you can be sure of that. Kakora now looking to push forward. Markaman getting the little touch in. Nice little touch again from Tulo to Jeza. Neatly weighted. Masetti's come out. He's timed it well. Decent pace to these early stages. That should be a foul by Letswalo on Ndebele.
Point already make about Ndebele and Sesane.
There's Jeza with the cross. Almost falling for Markaman. A good challenge from Velasi, denies Mokochane.
It's the fact that Ndebele is left-footed, Sesane is right-footed. So if you have that balance from a covering point of view, if the break comes from the one side, you've got a player in the central that is able to quickly spread out and do so. But also, when you need to deliver a diagonal ball into the front runners, you got Ndebele who can deliver with a swift left into the far side, the opposite side of the channel. And normally you find that side that is unmarked and uncovered, so the white player can actually profit from it. Equally so is Ndebele. So we haven't seen much of that in this game, but Masetti once again proving to be quality in coming out, being able to make himself big in front of the attacker.
Was a nice little combination though with Tulo and Jeza, 2 youngsters with evidently a very bright future, as we can see here. Here's another one, Mahlambi. Lots written and said about him last season. He made a very bright start to the campaign, and he hit this one just wide of goal. got a lot of goals in the early stages of the season, maybe faded a little bit towards the end of the campaign, but still his 6 goals were eventually eclipsed by Letsoalo's 7.
We didn't see him as much last season playing as an inverted. I guess Coach Parker wants to see his abilities now if he has to cut into the inside. That was one moment, and unfortunately short, didn't find the target. But we've seen most teams being able to convert wide players right, playing to the left, as in converted. Matlambi is trying that this evening. Let's see just how successful he's going to be with that.
Now Jeza. They've got a lot of traction down the left, but not too many decent balls played inside, and that's neatly done by Mutong. Letsoalo easily beaten to the ball by Baliti.
Baliti is another that would have started as a fullback when he was still at Supersport. That is the left fullback, but every now and then will convert to a central part of the defense.
Now Mokachane gets another opportunity. Can he beat the challenge here of the defense of Mnango? In fact, correction to that, that was Folozi coming down that right-hand side. You can see the strength of Mnango. He turned 20 in June. He's still a youngster, but made his debut in April for Galaxy, and kept his place for the final 6 games of the season. Another one off the production line. They've certainly produced a lot of talent, Galaxy, in their time in the top flight. George finds Kakora. Velasi. Late challenge by Markaman on Nkosi.
It's very difficult to play in that middle of the park. It's very, very congested. I spoke about the 5. Markaman gets a card, booking that is, and that for me is some of the challenges that those midfielders will have. Gleason, we spoke about TS Galaxy playing with 5 in that middle, which makes it difficult for them as well just to find one another, because any given time Siwelele also playing with about 4, so it's a very difficult game. That is, if you get Jeza to drop back, and Mokachan is another that drops back as well, so it makes it very difficult. So it's like there's just so much over 10 of ball possession.
Well, the goalkeeper looks as if he could do with a bit more fitness training. Poko just signed from Zwaneng Galaxy. That's straight against the back of the head of the referee. It'll be a drop ball. Should be in favour of Siwelele.
That's an international goalkeeper you're talking about.
Well, let me tell you, Poko was one of the stars of the Cup of Nations. He made 20 brilliant saves across the 3 matches he played.
Are you saying he took a break after that?
Nice. He had a few hamburgers since then. But he's obviously, has, as you say, international quality, and Siwelele looking to add to the depth of their squad. He'll certainly work on his fitness for sure over the next couple of weeks. Now Maklambi. Ball inside Velasi. Little slip from Markaman. Looking for George. It's straight at Sesani. Mutong plays this forward into the path of Letsoalo. Cover defense again from Sesani. Last season at Pirates, he had 10 minutes of first team action. It was in a Nedbank Cup game as a late sub. Let's have a look at what happened here to Velasi. Little challenge there. Looked like with Kobedi. Well, he's back in action. The evergreen captain. What a story he has been over the last couple of years. Seems to get better every single season. Velasi, you think that might be his last campaign, and he just keeps on going.
Keeps changing position. Started as a fullback. We know him as a proper fullback, and then moves on to the defensive midfield. And we saw him last season. Actually, he scored a few goals beginning of the season because he was a bit more offensive in his play.
Yeah, he got a goal against Sundowns as well in that 3-2 win in May.
So the other thing, Chris, and that is making this game a little bit ugly or difficult in that middle. You spoke about the field. Yes, it is very bumpy. It's difficult for the players to bring it under control quick enough. So
yes, Vincent Pule chasing, a little bit too strong from Sesani.
So when it takes a player that long to bring it under control, it means the players around him are quick to close him down. So that's why the combinations are almost non-existent. It makes it difficult for players to play in this type of condition, besides the number of midfielders that are in the field of play.
Here's Letswalo now. Maliti the defender. The attacker is Sianda Kulu, not the one that you would be thinking of, the ex-Bafana defender, this young 20-year-old.
Obviously, I worked so hard to be able to clear that matter, because the first thing I saw the name, I thought, no, surely it can't be, because Sianda is a defender, central defender at that, and this one is playing as a wing back, so you expect him to run. And I was thinking, surely Sianda doesn't have the legs to be making these up and down runs, even if he will decide to come back and play.
Sesani out wide. Now Mokochane, ball looking for Tulo. The bounce of that was quite tough. He's up against Mutaong here. Stolen away by Mokochane and recovered again by Galaxy and Corsi. That's a dangerous ball and a goal. Jeza in the right place at the right time, but a suicide pass back to the goalkeeper from Nkosi. You can certainly not blame Masetti.
No.
Well, that is fortuitous.
Yeah.
But a bad error at the back.
From the time that he turned with the ball and around the 18 yards and playing towards his goalkeeper, and I was thinking to himself, that is surely a very risky move. From there, I'm thinking to myself, where else are you going to go if you don't put that ball away?
And it's not easy for the keeper. The ball's bobbling away. Of course, he can't pick it up. Although he's probably thinking to himself, now I should have picked it up and at least given away the free kick. You know, might have still had a chance to save it, but that's very unfortunate. And Zulu just steps in there and says, okay, let's forget about this, carry on.
But if you notice, the clearance from the goalkeeper wasn't a good one also, because the ball bobbled just before he unleashed the clearance.
But to be fair, Jeza was right on top of him. So Jeza goes into the book as the goal scorer, and Siwelele have the lead here as we approach the half-hour mark. Somewhat fortuitously, but with one goal to the good now. The home fans certainly finding their voice. What is there? A quick answer. He has Letswalo. He slipped a little bit as that ball came in.
Also, I think his upper body was a little bit forward. He needed to twist his head a little bit, just to try and level his head a bit to find the target. Difficult ball for him to execute.
Now there's our goal scorer. His 4th goal now, and only his 7th start for Siwelele. Maklambi struggling to keep that ball under control in these difficult conditions. Does get the corner. Strangely, William, there's a whole pile of fans just arrived. Maybe the transport was a bit delayed from wherever they've come over on the far side, but...
Oh, did they open up the gate?
Numbers have been bolstered here. Now, Ngongo and Folozi will get a little word here. Our referee today comes from Willowdale in the Eastern Cape. Good curling corner, cleared off the line. Was there a handball? Strong header from Letsoalo. Rescued on the line for Siwelele. Markaman. Mokochane, there's two in the middle. Can he get it square? Oh, and it was taken off Pule by Jeza. His teammate denying him a chance to have a bit of an effort. Nicely done by Kakora with Letsoalo and Velasi all in that movement. Ashambi, he'll be taking on Folozi. Little chip. Well, Tulo's one possession back. Jeza gets the full might of Mutaung's challenge, a legal one as well, says the referee. Play on.
Very composed is Sesani in defense.
Folozi pushing forward now. Jeza out wide. Mokochane strikes Ngongo. We'll clear it away. Nice skills here from Baliti, looking to get the shot away. Corner kick off the skipper. Now let's just have a look at how close Letsoalo came here. Ghosted in. That's a very good clearance on the line. I think that looked like Baliti.
Indeed. Great positioning.
And the Galaxy fans, Mr. and Mrs. Sukazi, realizing that the equalizer they must still wait for. Jeza takes a little bit of a deflection. Mokochane drives it back.
Yeah, Baliti gives a ball position away. Cheaply so.
Animated on the bench, Leklanolo Siema. Taken away by Folozi. Mokochane, maybe a diversion. Jeza, first touch a little too strong, went down too easily, and it'll be Ngongo clears away again.
Isn't that a little bit of risky, Christian? Looking how he was cluttered too.
He's a big physical specimen, is Ngongo.
Watch this for me. There's a bit of a nudge from the back with an elbow outstretched from Ngongo.
Pule turns. Ngongo again. This is a pass cut out. Mokochane brought down. be too close to the goalkeeper. A rare touch in this half for Peko. Pule. Slumby on the run, but I think so far in this game, Folosi has had the better of him. And a good battle between the two. Tulo gets to the byline. Keeper did well to come out. Well inside the final 10 minutes of this first half now. Noise levels have certainly improved from the home supporters, most of them tucked away behind their own goal. Looking for a winning start. They'll be the only side in Bloemfontein this season. Marumo Gallants, as you know, have now moved to Rustenburg. They'll be using the Royal Bafokeng Sports Palace as their home ground. Who gave away that unfortunate opportunity, we should say, for Jeza. Still trying to run things in the middle here, sitting in front of that back three. Kakora got clipped there. Good clearance again from Ndebele. To George. Read by Markaman. Etswalo. Velasi. Nothing given there. Referee saying play continues. Man down is Tulo, and Markaman is going to knock this into touch. You don't see that so much these days. Stoppage of play for injury has been restricted. He seems to be okay. Got a bit of a knock there. Oh yes, more than a knock. A good old trodden on by Velasi.
Full starts into his laces. The intensity is not bad. I think what teams are led by the conditions of this field. You can see they want to play. Intensity is good. But it's opportunity, the turnover of ball position from both sides. It's just way too much.
Patch up Tulo. This was the back pass from Corsi.
Look at the bubble now. That's what caught the goalkeeper. I think he would have played it perfectly had it not just bounced off the ground a little bit higher than he anticipated. But you got to give it to him. Jeza, anticipating the opportunity, made himself big and challenged the goalkeeper. It's called chasing a lost cause. Others would have just stood and allowed the goalkeeper to clear.
And Velassi okay to continue, and so is Tulo. Now, Corsi back to his keeper again, this time in a little bit more of a safer circumstance. We hear there's going to be 3 minutes added on at the end of the 45. That comes off Letsuaro. It should be a goal kick. 71 career goals for this man. He's very quietly moved up the goal scoring stakes in the history of the PSL.
But you must agree with me that he's had a dry spell in the last 2 seasons or so.
By his standards, but
by his standards, yes.
5 goals in his first season in the Galaxy, and then 7 in the last campaign. Still a top scorer at the club.
But you got to go back now to his days at Royal AM.
Yes. And of course, when he was here at Bloem Celtic, at the start of his career. In fact, he began his career with Barocca that first season when they came up. Bernard Parker, one of those who's made the transition from playing at the highest level. Not only, of course, in this country with Benoni and Kaizer Chiefs. He played in Serbia for a while, in the Netherlands in his club career. Would have picked up a lot from the coaching schools in those 2 countries. Coming to the end of this first half here, under lights now at the Free State Stadium. You're well aware that this part of the world at this time of year is nice and chilly.
Not too sure about the nice part.
Yes. Markaman.
Obviously, I mean, you spoke about the number of players that were let go by Siwelele, and you think to yourself, what was the coach thinking? But obviously, digging further, you get to find out that by the time last season already, some of these contracts were signed for these players on how they will end. So there was very little that the coach could do to hold them back or to change some of those contracts. So it made it very difficult. But what the coach did very well is the minute they realized that this was the status, they already went out to try and find replacement for these players. And I don't think he did badly. He's Coach Siema in finding out the relevant replacements.
Well, certainly with the 1-0 lead as we head towards half-time. 3 minutes to be added on now officially. Just looked to have made some good acquisitions. It's quite a change in the side. There have been several teams that had big clean-outs. Stellenbosch is another. Whole new look about the lineup for this new campaign. That's what makes this opening weekend always so absorbing and interesting, just to see the new potential that's put out onto the field and how the teams look and how they've improved, or not necessarily so, their squads for the campaign. Looks as if Siwelele is looking to hold out. Tulo now is really struggling with that knock that he got on the ankle, or that press, that little tread from Velassi. I'm not so sure he's going to be able to continue. There he is bottom of your picture. In the meantime, his teammate Mokochane continues. Oh, some nice skills from the Basotho international. Finds Jeza. Zulu, the defender, using his strength. Of course, he comes away with it. And Tulo is getting up now. No one's really interested in helping him, but I'm not sure he's going to be able to continue. Down he goes one more time. The referee will say to Poko, kick that ball out, and let's get some treatment for this young man. But I have a feeling that might be the end of his game, William, that when you're going down again for a second time.
It's the only way I see it as well.
Now, have a look at this.
Beautifully done.
Thank you for coming. See you later. Not too sure Ngongo will forget about that. They were This is what happened to Blessing Tulo on his debut, right on the ankle. With pressure as well. You would think in the VAR era that would have been an early shower for Velasi. It might have been an earlier one for Markaman as well.
Yeah, the difference with him, Velasi, is it is one thing to step into somebody. He's not even looking. It's not like meant for. It's just an unfortunate situation that it happened that way. But yes, I think issues like that gets taken into consideration. That was it deliberate, or was it just a question of an action that led to that move?
So Tulo goes down the tunnel. It looks as if his game might be over, and now Siwelele have got to get someone on. They're in no hurry here just before half-time. Maybe they're going to just see out the final minute or so, down to 10. Make the necessary change at the break. Always a little bit of a gamble, but you've got hardly any time left in this first half. Goalkeeper Poko from Siwelele was in that Jwaneng Galaxy penalty shootout when they knocked out Orlando Pirates. Quite a big upset 3 years ago in the Champions League.
I guess I must say, the longer I look at Poko, I seem to want to agree with you. Mswazi Chabalala is the goalkeeper coach at Siwelele. I'm sure he'll at some stage be able to listen to your voice and make the decision on how he's going to deal with this.
I don't think he needs me to tell him that, so you just have to look across. But that is the halftime whistle. So the unfortunate error from this young man, Nkosi, leading to the opportunity, stuck away by Jeza, who looks to be struggling there with his finger. Looks a little bit unhappy. But he's got the goal to his name. There was no chance really for goalkeeper Masetti. And so Galaxy down as we head into the break. The home side, Siwelele, leading by a goal to nil. And the last little discussion before they join the coach in the change room. And the fans, all in green at the back, can be very happy with this scoreline.
Bonjour, You know you don't always have to go all in. Every game needs a bit of in-game management. Reset, breathe for a second. The best managers always stick to the plan. Play within the lines, that's how the game works best. And hey, if things feel off, take a break or set limits. No harm in taking a moment on the sideline. And just remember to bet the responsible way with Betway.
The whistle starts the game. Pizza starts the vibe. Game time is pizza time. Debonair's Pizza. Try something amazing.
Funny story.
Owie! What was that?
The Earthlings are playing football again, and one of them drank a Red Bull.
Well, Red Bull gives you wings.
Supersport amplifies the action this August as the MTN 8 returns to raise the local stakes.
That is a superb goal. Wonderful football.
Europe's finest battle for early season silverware.
Dangerous ball, it's in! What a turnaround!
Cardiff hosts another classic showdown.
And in! Extraordinary!
The grueling race for red sweeps across Spain.
And Vengergaard starts his assault.
Rugby's giants kick off their hotly anticipated contest.
Irresistible stop from the Springboks.
And the Big Apple braces for 2 weeks of Grand Slam greatness.
So good, it's ridiculous.
All this and so much more, only on your World of Champions. Supersport amplifies the action this August. Cardiff hosts another classic showdown.
Oh, and in! Extraordinary!
Only on your World of Champions.
Better quality, better finish. Measure twice,
Measure twice,
cut once.
cut once.
Lefty loosey,
Righty tighty.
Wow, babe. Your dad would be so proud.
I know.
Yes! Funny how quickly life opens up when you stop saying maybe.
Where'd you get the car? I'll show you. Ooh.
Auto Trader. Drive possibility.
It's half-time at the Toyota Stadium, and it is the home side in Siwelele Football Club that lead by a goal to nil against TS Galaxy, the most fortuitous of openers. But it does mean that the hosts are now halfway through to opening their campaign with victory. We're going to go straight into showing you exactly why we did feel that that goal was a reward for Siwelele and how they started. As early as the 8th minute, then Coach Lulu, we're already starting to ask, how does this not go in?
Excuse me. The formation of Siwelele allows them to go on the wings because TS Galaxy is playing, excuse me, with 3 center backs, and the wingers are able to cut in and create these moments. But it's the decision making in the final third, because this is a brilliant pass from Upule. That finish there just needed you to use your instep instead of trying to hit it hard and low, hard trying to kill the keeper and, you know, bend the net, you know, just place it into the net.
Again, down the left.
Yeah, this is where they're really exploiting, you know, TS, who are playing with the back three. Wango, Zulu and Motongo are left on to their own devices. Mahlambi and Kulu, who are the wing-backs, are not dropping in. They're not defensive players, so they're not going to give them any help. So they have to perhaps revert to a back four in the second half. Otherwise, I think this will be fairly standard and continue, because Mokochane and Kulu are doing the damage in behind them.
Certainly are. And again, from a TS Galaxy point of view, they will not be happy with how it was that they conceded the opener then. And the two of you have found a lot of fault in this, starting with the fact that from Nkosi, there's seemingly no reason why he's going backwards and going towards his goalkeeper instead of the other way.
It starts there, actually, where you clear the ball out. Don't try to win it back there. Now, at this moment here, okay, he plays it to the goalkeeper. The field is not swift enough for you to be able to control the ball. But for me, Baleti, there as a goalkeeper, he should have just cleared the ball with his instep instead of trying to hit it with his laces. Because why is it a small-sided game, Ejiming? It's for us to be able to handle the pressure, because he gives him a pass. It's not too hard. Yes, it's bubbling, but you can never take the grass to court because it's coming. It's part of the game. You can see the striker is coming at you. How he's going with these laces, that doesn't help him at all. Instead, he can even instep it and take it back where it comes from, then shout at your defenders to say, guys, but we're under pressure. Why are you coming back to us? Because, I mean, I always say the small-sided games, 4v4s, it's with the goalkeepers all the time. For you to be able to think quick and be able to come up with solutions.
In his defence, it did bobble quite badly in front of him, but Siwelele clearly have taken the right decision in taking it to a rugby stadium. Free State Cheetahs probably scrummed in that area like probably a week or two ago.
And it has certainly worked in favour of the home side, who lead by a goal to 0. The final touch, Spesihle Jez with his first of the season. Now, it wasn't just Siwelele that were certainly introducing themselves as an offensive outfit. The likes of Sedwin George, the likes of Tepo Kakora, and to an extent Victor Letwalo heavily involved in a lot of good that Galaxy were doing.
Great piece of business by Tim to get Kakora in. He was fantastic, last season. Here, George does very well, very clever to knock this down into that area, and he hits this very sweetly. It was probably going on target. We didn't see a reverse angle because this does get a deflection for a corner. So great strike. Unlucky not to get a goal from it.
And again, it's going to be another season where there'll be a lot of TS Galaxy fans and perhaps even management asking Victor Letwalo to go back to that Victor Letwalo that we know from a couple of seasons ago now.
Who's always goal hungry, and you look at this moment, a wing back takes the ball, plays a nice cross. He's heading the ball like he's clearing it to say, let me just touch it and clear it away. If he exerts himself, stays on his feet for as long as possible, he will be able to head the ball properly, because already it's like he's slanting. Look at him, he's slanting, he's falling. If he stays on his feet, he'll be able to direct the ball and head it into the net.
Again, earlier game, you called for a man on the line from a set piece. It's exactly what happens here from a Siwelele point of view. Baliti saying no, because that was going in from Letwalo.
Absolutely, and it's important for you to stay in there as hard as you can. And I'm happy that it's a left footer that is in there, because then he clears the ball with his left. If it's a right footer, he kicks into the pole. So that is important to do that, because the goalkeeper won't be able to cover that pitch. It's almost 8 meters for you to go there.
Very quickly, Matthew, it's only a goal that separates these two sides, but it has been an open game. Do you feel Galaxy have got what it takes to try and head back in the second half?
Yeah, they've got to go, first of all, closing the gaps either side of their left centre-back and their right centre-back, so perhaps revert to a back four. Or you ask Mahlambi and Kulu to do a bit more defending for you. Otherwise, Pule and behind Jeza, Mokochane and Tulu are going to take advantage.
Last season, Siwelele found 27 of their 37 points at home. They're again showing exactly why they've been so good in front of their home fans. 45 more minutes for them to hold on to what they have against TS Galaxy. The second half coming up.
Greatness doesn't always wear a face. You might not see us, but we're there. We show up where it matters, on the skin. For confidence that you can see, new Nivea Men Real Madrid Special Edition, Maximum Performance. Nivea Men is for skin.
They're a bit odd, aren't they?
Inspired by Gazoo Racing, the new Corolla Cross GR Sport, filled with thrills. Commonwealth game, live on SuperSport.
Jacques and Jill have come up the hill to talk about her savings.
Yeah.
That was a price that you couldn't believe?
I couldn't believe. I still can't believe, hey? 471 rand. I never used to afford nails, but now I go and do my nails.
Yes, please. So what would you say to the people out there?
Get Outsurance as soon as possible. Extra pampering money.
Go to outsurance.co.za now for a 10-minute quote that could save you thousands.
Flush Gin, French luxury. Immerse yourself in a world of opulence and indulge in the art of luxury. Rich and smooth, elegant and sophisticated. Its depth and complexity is unmatched, creating an unforgettable experience. Crafted in the heart of France, an embodiment of excellence. Voted best cognac in the world, the Cognac Masters London. Honor cognac above all else.
Welcome back, everyone, here to the Free State Stadium. It is 1-0 to Siwelele at half-time. Goal tucked away by the young striker Jeza, somewhat fortuitously, but they'll certainly take it here, the home fans. At the end of the day, a fairly decent turnout on this cold night. Opening game of the season here in Bloemfontein for Siwelele. So we saw that injury at the end of the first half to Blessing Tulo making his debut, having signed from Mangwang United. He is forced off, and we will see a change in the ranks of the home side. Wait to see what the confirmation of that particular change is.
Seems to be the player that might be brought in. He's left-footed. He plays on this wide left-hand side. That's where Tulo was.
It is confirmation Christian Siwelele to come on, and it looks as if Galaxy going to be making a change as well here at half-time. They've got Junior Zindoga, the Zimbabwean international, standing by to add his presence to their attack. No word on who he will be replacing. Zindoga played, of course, for Zimbabwe at the Africa Cup of Nations finals. Some final instructions there from Riolo Moreku, who is the assistant coach. There's Christian Siwelele. As if Galaxy will be making the first change. Siana Kulu making his first start in the Galaxy side. He's replaced at the start of the second half. So Zindoga goes wide on the right. Mahlambi will continue wide on the left-hand side, and Christian Siwelele coming in on the left for Siwelele in place of Tulo. So all of the changes are don't make any change, William, in terms of the tactical formation of the sides.
Indeed, it's a question of maybe just increasing a little bit of power, but with Tulo, of course, we saw him getting that injury, so it's the reason why he was substituted.
nice and lively down this right-hand side for Siwelele, the Basotho international, who missed a golden chance for a goal very early on, but after that has certainly shown us some pace and some skills. That'll go against Mahlambi and in favor of Marhaman. Mahlambi, scorer of both goals when Galaxy won 2-0 at home against Siwelele last season. George just got a little touch there ahead of Marhaman. It should be a throw in here to Siwelele. Said when George is 34 years old now, 1 goal last season against Mamelodi Sundowns. Signed, of course, from Royal AM by Galaxy. Played in the lower leagues after getting his start way back with Ajax Cape Town. Galaxy now making a little more ground. Or should I say Siwelele making some ground up towards that Galaxy goal. Goalkeeper Maseti has all of the home fans just behind him. Experienced Pule to deliver this first set piece of the second half. Let's see what Siwelele can do there, looking to add to the scoreline. Lots of power on that. Good catch from Maseti. His debut was a home defeat at the hands of Richards Bay. Sanele Barnes got the goal in April when Maseti played his first game for Galaxy. Two fullbacks that we've just seen Mutaung in possession. We saw Mnango across here on the left-hand side. Both look to be two excellent finds again for Galaxy. Here's Mnango. Just the kind of players that they can sell on to some of the bigger teams after a season or two of polishing. Kobedi got the touch there. So forward comes Mutaung. First touch for Zindoga. Mahlambi. Galaxy want to see a little bit more from him in this game. Ball inside. Zindoga got a bit of a touch. There was a handball. And a penalty. And Kobedi, well, he can just hang his head. It's his first game back in Bloemfontein for his new side. And that's a little bit unlucky.
Very, very unlucky. It happened very quick. I'm not sure if it deflected from somebody else before it got to his hand. Now this will, yes.
Yeah, it's out.
Into from Zindonga's flick into his hand. Very difficult one. Yeah. It's not debatable about the call. It's just that it's unfortunate on his part because he was only attacking a situation, and naturally you come with your hands wide in such a scenario.
Letswalo up against Poko. Now's a chance to make an impression. This new signing from Botswana in goal, the Zebras national team goalkeeper, up against a man who scored a hat-trick in Bafana colours, Victor Letswalo. Letswalo, well, he does it with consummate ease, and Galaxy are on the score sheet for the new season. Goal number 72 of his career for Victor Letswalo.
Yeah, well taken. I think he sends the goalkeeper the wrong way to start with, and he gets it on target. There's There's just no chance. Once you go on the other side, the recovery from there is almost impossible. And there's no debate as well about the call.
Yeah, the referee was right on the spot, made the decision immediately, and poor old Kobedi didn't even put up an argument, really. He knew there was no debate there. So Letswalo makes it 1-1 here. And Galaxy have their tails up. This is Edwin George to Mahlambi. Well, he took the wrong option there, Mahlambi. Looked to get the foul, and referee's having none of it. So it'll be a goal kick.
Sometimes these are very difficult for me to call, because it's like sometimes the player on the ball is clearly obstructed to get to the ball. And yet you get some referees that don't consider it as a foul. It's like, how else can you call it? There was a clear obstruction.
Now Folosi gives this away. Ango to Mahlambi. Neither side really able to hold possession for too long in this game. There's been quite a heavy turnover of the ball. Siley making his first charge up the field, gets a big roar from the crowd as well. Has he got the corner there? Kakora yes. With a defensive work. Set piece opportunity now for the home team. This is going to be taken by Grant Marchaman. Looking to get themselves right back in this game, Siwelele. Good curl on that, good strong header away from Ngango. Kobedi in the combination, Marchaman with some nice skill. Inside to Jeza. Neatly taken away by Nkosi. Now Mbalasi has a look up. He's got Mahlambi, who's gone across onto the right. Zindoga. Home fans have turned up the volume a little bit here in support of their side. Not only got Tim Sukazi on the drums these days, it looks like they're bringing their own band along, wind instruments to add to the atmosphere. Now a chance. Well, is that an immediate response? Well, it's Vincent Pule and Siwelele back up front.
You know, it's beautiful football to start with. I mean, you don't necessarily have to build up all the time to get into a shooting area. It took one pass from the defensive half to find Pule. Opened beautifully. I guess Galaxy were found wanting there, all spread apart. But look at the first touch, Gleason, as he turns with his right. No, he's left-footed. That is strong of you. But he didn't wait to set himself beautiful. Oh, that's his quality. Masetti, no chance whatsoever. That's a beauty.
Last goal against AmaZulu in April. This is career goal number 38 for Vincent Pule. 4 last season for Siwelele.
Two defenders going for the same ball, actually. for TS Galaxy. That's where the trouble all started.
So back in front. Didn't take them long to restore their lead, Siwelele. And this time, nothing fortuitous about the goal at all.
No.
Foul by Folozi on Mhlambi. They've continued their battle. Mhlambi's come back again here onto the left. Mhlambi looks to cut inside. Is he looking for a shot himself? Just runs into a bit of traffic, looking to get it out wide to Zindoga. The clearance from Baliti. And Mutaung will get the ball back for Galaxy. So they've got to go back onto the attack again, look for another equaliser. And Mhlambi down this left-hand side will be certainly given a lot of work still. Losing out is Nkosi. There's Siley now, being tracked by Kakora. He's done a lot of work in the middle, Kakora, today. Baliti. But Swallows helping, and that little 1-2 didn't come off with Christian Siley. Well, there's smiles back on the faces of the home fans. Pule now. Has he got a corner?
Yes. I mean, when he scored that goal, he picked the ball a little bit more central, but a little bit to the right-hand side of the attack. Now he pops up on the left, which is where he's been featured, being left with it. But what I like about him is very versatile. He can play as a number 10, and he can play as an inverted on the right-hand side. So wherever the space is, as an experienced player, he's always looking to find the pockets.
We saw some smiles there from coach Leklanolo Siema and Willem Jackson. Siema's only won once against Galaxy before. 8 times he's played in the various clubs he's taken charge of. 3 draws and 4 defeats. Kobedi will be the man most relieved, I think, after giving away that penalty, to see Pule put Siwelele back in the lead. Last season, of course, Siwelele, along with Polokwane, Richards Bay and Marumo Gallants, had the most draws in the Betway Premiership, 13. 7 of them were goalless draws. Now looking to get all 3 points. And remember, if they get one more, they match what Kaizer Chiefs did last night, and they'll share top place in the Betway Premiership. Not that it means much in round 1. We've got a long way to go to crown the champions. Mamelodi Sundowns arriving back home today, by the way, from their trip to Austria. They've got the catch-up game almost immediately. Now Siley. Support from Mokotane. Markaman. Player down in defense is Pule. The other one has got a knock on the ankle. Challenge there with Kakora.
Let's see.
Sasani providing the pass for Pule. That's a superb finish.
Oh. timing, obviously, lift the ball, and then as it drops on the volley, very difficult because you're not looking where you might shoot it. So that sometimes can serve as a key to the striker, because the goalkeeper cannot actually even guess that to guess. The ball is dropping from a high.
Well, he's had a good debut, Sasani, as I suppose everyone expected, given the quality he displayed in Orlando Pirates colours, not last season, but the season before last. So unlucky in the last campaign to pick up that Achilles injury. Now, of course, he let Swallow looking to get Mbalasi away. He's done well, the skipper. Three in the middle, waiting for the ball. Here's the cross. Doesn't find Sedwin George. Maklambi back again. George offside. He was coming from an offside position.
Yes. It's not happening for him. He might have scored that goal last season, but
too slow to get back.
Yeah. Once upon a time. Okay. Now go on.
This is the gentleman who's won our award tonight, and not sure what his name is, unfortunately, but congratulations to the man with the balloons, with the half green face, and enjoy your 30,000 rand. Bernard Parker hoping to have a winning start to the new season. This team will now need to pull at least one back and then go in search of the winner if they can do so. It's going to be tough to get the better of a good-looking Siwelele side. Gets away from that Swallow, but Klambi got a half shot in there. Markaman was involved in the challenge. Early ball up front here for Jeza, and could that be some trouble here for Mlango? Now you've got to determine, he's asking the linesman, was he the last player before the last offender, in other words?
He might have been, but his angle was such that I don't think it was aligned. There might have been defenders on the other side that could have covered his run, so I don't think it's a clear-cut goal-scoring chance.
Well, he's going to go consult with the linesman again. So the red card is tucked in the pocket, the bottom pocket. The yellow is in the top pocket. He did reach for the red, but he's just getting confirmation now, and it looks as if it's going to be a yellow. So in fact, the yellow was in the bottom pocket. That's maybe a letter for Mlango. I think he was fearing the worst there, the youngster. Not the way you want to start the season with a 2-match suspension.
And for me, it's the right call. Like I said, look at the central pairing right a little bit more central. It's not like it was a clear cut. What
opportunity? Or it was just him on the goalkeeper.
Yes. So Mlango survives.
Yeah, he looked rather thankful when the yellow came out. Pule has been entrusted with the set piece. That left foot could curl it in towards Masetti's goal, looking for a double here. Jeza went off a little bit too early, the decoy. Now, Markaman is a decoy. Here's Pule, gets the deflection. The wall did its job. Only as far as Grant Markaman, though. Good first touch. He's got the corner. Comes off Zindoga.
I know it's still pretty much very early for Siwelele to start maybe playing for time, but I think the one other thing they can do is the recycling of the ball in their defensive half, just to keep it away from TS Galaxy.
Some 25 minutes to go still in this encounter. Pule. Velasi clears. Falls for Pule again. Joined by Makutane, and fairly easy catch from Maseti. Now finds Zindoga in a bit of space on the flank. Support from Kakora. He'll spread this wide. Sedwin George is out here on the near side. Play on. Bakaman on his feet first. Now a chance for Jeza again. On goal, and Maseti makes the save. Well, it's getting exciting now.
Speed of attack from Siwelele. I like the recycling of the ball defensively, just to change it from the one channel to the other. But once they get into around the center line, the speed changes suddenly. It's very fast, and Jeza here making a good run, but maybe a little bit selfish. I'm still trying to see if there were options. Yes, across the face of goal, there might have been a chance.
And the final touch, maybe it just got away from him, but he could have tried a chip there, you think, but I think the ball just got a little bit away from him.
Yes, yes. Dink the ball over the goalkeeper, oncoming goalkeeper, like I said. It would have been very difficult once the ball is a little bit further away from him.
Now, did Mnango, no shoulder injury there? This was well, that last touch.
More like a topo.
Yes. You've got to give some credit to the goalkeeper too.
So he's all right to continue.
I think they don't want to lose players to injury now. Galaxy, they'll be looking for reinforcements, fresh legs in the closing stages to get themselves back in this encounter. Still talking to himself, Jeza, about the missed opportunity. Mujana standing by to come on. Longest serving man at this club, if you consider the Galaxy franchise was born from the sale of Highlands Park. Mujana played there and came along with all the players when Tim Sukazi bought the Highlands Park franchise. Still going strong. He's played more games at Galaxy now than any other player. He will come off.
It's time to grind, and Vijana does that very well. It changes the face of the game with a lot of build-ups. Hardly loses ball possession, but more constructive football comes from him. He doesn't rush the ball forward, because when you do that, you'll have to also play catch up in covering the space in front of you. So he likes to move forward with the ball.
I can tell you the winner of that 60,000, or that 30,000 rather, by the way, is Morapeli Clement Khabo. Congratulations to you, sir. Sorry we got your name late, but at least we've told the country who you are and who might be buying beers tonight.
And the relatives can also get a little bit closer.
Yes, that cousin you haven't seen for a few months. Siwelele losing only twice at home last season, so they did make the City of Roses something of a fortress in the league. 7 wins and 6 draws. They'll be looking to improve that win count. Only had 1 away win last season, Siwelele. That was against Stellenbosch. Kakora to take this. Keeper comes out, he's in trouble, and Galaxy have equalized. Zulu has the goal. Now, how much of that is a goalkeeping error and how much of that is excellent play from the big centre-back in the right place at the right time? Excellent delivery as well, but, well, our goalkeeping maestro will tell us.
Goalkeeping error. If you're going to come out as a goalkeeper, you're going to make sure you get to the ball. Even if it's the slightest of touches, that's what you fight for. Halfway through, coming out, he stopped. Now look at this. Then he realized I can't get there, he stops, and you're too late. And also, as a goalkeeper, you want to make sure when you go out in that fashion, some defender must at least give you a bit of cover. That wasn't there either. So, total confusion.
We are back level here in Bloemfontein. Galaxy with an equalizer. Zulu, who scored last season a single goal when they lost to Magesi, has got his 5th career goal with that back post header. 2-2 the scoreline. And maybe now the possibility of an away win. We've seen Kaizer Chiefs win on the road. We saw Polokwane earlier today. AmaZulu winning what in effect was an away game against Stellenbosch, although it was played in Durban. So 3 away winners already. Or can the home side reclaim the lead? Siwelele Mokochane runs into traffic. Neatly done at the back by Mutong.
Yeah, showing too much of the ball.
Velasi took his eye off as well. Allowed Siwelele to clean up there with Sesani. This is Kovedi who went to cover for Sesani when he pushed forward. Markaman off the chest, high up in the air. Masetti collects comfortably. Zindonga now, we've not seen much running from him. This is the first time he can surge forward. It's given away to Pule. Can't want a bit more movement forward. Here comes Baliti to the byline. Can he drag this back? Doesn't get the corner, it's still in play. Good effort from the fullback, but he's hurt himself. He's going to have to get back.
Like when a fullback does that, listen, because it's too congested to play or attacking the central part of the field. So as a fullback, you've got a little bit of space. At least you have 1v1 situation, which now and then with a bit of skill you can deal with that, which is what I did.
Now Jeza, just a little too close to the goalkeeper. Not a bad idea looking for Christian Siwelele,
who has moved a bit more central, and Jeza has moved a little to the right hand side of the attack. So that is something that also, it's nice to change a little bit of the attacking points.
Markaman. As Kubedi was on the books of Golden Arrows last season, only used as a substitute, didn't get any starting lineup opportunities. Played, of course, at Royal AM when they took over the Bloemfontein Celtic franchise. This is where he started his football. Oh, he's in a bit of trouble here, Masetti, but was he fouled? Yes, the referee agrees.
Lucky got a bit of protection. And as you know that it's not all the time. Yeah, the hand of Siwelele clearly impeding him.
Not once, but twice, and then leaning back, and then he gets a little shoved to the ground as well.
Now, here is a coaching point. When you're in that area as a goalkeeper, even before you jump, you got to keep your hands up. You keep them low. Some attacking players, they come and press your hand down so that you don't get the chance to get it high there. And they make it so difficult. They make you look so bad as a goalkeeper because maybe you get the hand a little bit late to try and get to the ball. So that was exactly the case there. Siwelele, what he did, he put his hand above his, so to to draw it out from the press can be very difficult.
Jordan Marks to come on for his top flight debut. Manelis Mazibuko, the 19-year-old who really did impress towards the end of last season. And Vincent Pule will be one of the two to go off. Looks as if Mokachane will join him. A big moment here for Jordan Marks, his first opportunity at this level of the game. And can Mazibuko continue to build that reputation that saw him win one Man of the Match award in the last campaign? Jana almost got a little touch in there. Jordan Marks is a former Swallows DDC player. The many new faces that have joined. Siwelele this season. Now Christian Siwelele puts on the afterburner. It's neatly done in the end, but Ngongo wins that battle. Spread wide, Zindoga comes in on the challenge, but Baliti recovers. Zindoga's got pace. That should be a corner.
No, the last bounce came from Zindonga.
That's debatable. Zindonga's not happy. Let's have a look here, William. I say corner. I think you're right. Comes off his knee, doesn't it?
Yeah.
1-0 to Shongwe.
Well, I'm sure you've noticed that I don't use any glasses at all. So, an amazing, miraculous recovery of my eyes.
You like a fine wine maturing with age.
Well, listen, let me be honest. I had to do a surgery, and I'm so happy I did. Costly, but I can drive at night safely
and see clearly now. Now here's Markhaman. Mazibuko looking to climb onto this one. Markhaman. Oh, miscue by Zulu, might allow Siwelele in there, wants the keeper trying to head it away, and Siwelele hits the upright. Audacious effort. But what was the goalkeeper doing there?
He wasn't too sure whether he's still in his own area. I think that's the only reason for me that he decided to head that ball. Or he must have assumed that would have been considered a back pass. So he was caught between two minds, which I don't think it was.
That's a let-off for Galaxy. So close, the width of the post denying Christian Siwelele. Zindoga can't get past Baliti. Marks gives possession back to Mutaung. Bunjana.
This will tell us better. You see, it wasn't. He thought it was a back pass. No, it was a clearance from Zulu. So he had no business trying to head it out.
What a great little overhead effort there from Siwelele. That would have been a superb goal to start the season. one at all last campaign for Siwelele. Well, we've had 4 goals this evening. Looking for a couple more here in these closing stages. Into the final 10 minutes. Jeza across.
Great work. Zulu coming into the picture, cutting all the crosses, providing good cover for what has been a lively attack from the white arrows from Siwelele.
Sosani's forward, Kobedi's forward. Standing a bit of height in there, back post, bobbing around, it's still a chance, good block. Was there a handball? That's what the fans are claiming. The referee not interested. Onside, Mazibuko lays it back. Shot from Jeza. Takes the deflection and will go for a corner. He had so much time to turn and shoot there, Jeza.
Yeah.
Velasi took one for the team.
Now let's see what happens here.
This is a shot from Marks straight into the body there of Letswalo. No handball.
No, it did bounce off the elbow, but it was tucked into his body, so it wouldn't have been considered a penalty.
Now Velasi is still feeling the effects of blocking that effort. He says we can continue. Marchaman gets some elevation on that. Zindoga gets us forward. Chase on for Mahlambi, who's got the pace here. Up against Baliti. A foul by Mahlambi. Linesman's flag was up.
Good speed though. Unfortunately, I don't think Galaxy are playing too many balls of that nature where he can run into. So is Zindonga. I think you mentioned that we haven't seen his kind of speed on the ball, and he's not being given the space to run into.
Siley with a good flick on. Now Marks, can he get this ball into the middle? Zulu gives away the corner. The pressure is now mounting from the home team.
Once again, Zulu comes in between the cross and what would have been a potential goal-scoring opportunity behind him. He's coming through very well, Zulu, in his first game this season. Remember, Mahlangu.
Slapped away by Masetti. Back into the danger zone.
And guess who? Zulu again with a clearing header. I'm not sure if the goalkeeper would have been able to get there.
It was an excellent shot here from Mazibuko. He gets it on the hook almost. That's going into the back of the net. Good curling corner, back post. Masetti out quickly. That's good goalkeeping. And as he hurt himself. Now, was that from that earlier knock that he got? There was the chance for Mazibuko.
Oh.
Zulu to the rescue.
His attempt to punch that ball away from the earlier corner kick was a little bit poor for me. It's his right hand which should give him a bit of power to get that ball away, but I think he misjudged it. Doesn't quite get to it or get a full punch to the ball. That's what created all those moments. One clear punch solves the problem.
Well, there's been entertainment for the crowd tonight, and hopefully for you at home as well.
And of course, Mr. Botha is at home. He has joined the masses of the Siwelele fans. If you look carefully, you can pick him up from the middle of the crowd. Didn't have to travel this time around.
I'm sure he's coming back from yesterday somewhere.
You were at the Orlando Stadium?
I didn't see him there, I've got to be honest.
Okay.
Now, Mahlambi. Too much. Looked a little indecisive there. Do I go to the byline? Do I cut inside on the right? Am I comfortable on the right foot? Do I keep it on the left? No, more changes now. Letsedi to come on for Siwelele. Markaman will go off. Tato Letsedi, no stranger to this level of the game. Ex-Polokwane City player, of course, Letsedi, who joined Siwelele last season. Now Marks, his first appearance at this level of the game, gets looking for the return ball, looking for the penalty. Referee wasn't interested, and I must say referee Sitela was right on the spot there, just a meter or two away.
But I don't. Why does it go down? If it's one of those obstructions which I think the man in the middle has not been able to view as a foul for me. At least there's consistency in the way his view of those type of moments.
Now Mazibuko, he's injected some energy since coming on. Just 19 years old, this young man. He is a big name for the future. We saw that already towards the end of the last campaign. Letsedi looking to go wide. George. Is there going to be a yellow here? Letsedi's taken no time in introducing himself to the referee's book, having just come on. So Lefenolo Siema looks as if he's going to end without a win again against the Galaxy, unless his side can do something here in these closing stages. Not the start they would have been hoping for on home soil.
And considering the number of players that left the club and the amount of time that he had to put together what we see here today.
Neither of these sides involved next weekend in the top 8, so they'll turn their attention to the second round of league fixtures, which will be midweek, the 11th and 12th of August, the Tuesday and Wednesday. Siwelele go away to Milford in Richards Bay on the Wednesday night, and Galaxy are home to Mamelodi Sundowns on Tuesday the 11th. That'll be Sundowns' first league game of the season. They have their match against Marumo Gallants postponed. And it comes not long after the steamy affair in May between the two teams, where Galaxy beating Sundowns 3-2. That should have a nice little edge to it when they meet again at Bombela Stadium. Put that in your diary for Tuesday the 11th of August. 5 minutes of stoppage time added on. Now Baliti has a look up. Finds, or looks to find Siley. Zulu comes to the rescue. Flick on from Sedwin George. It's not the best of clearances from Ndebele. I think he's getting a little bit tired at the back there.
The option was to just roll it across to the left full back in Baliti, but the goalkeeper.
Now Maklambi, Jana, Nango. Kakora in the middle, nice and busy throughout the day today, directing affairs for Galaxy. Zindoga, Swallow. Well, could we yet have a winner? Yes, Kakora again popping up in all the right places.
For me, his balance, being able to defend when they don't have the ball, and also choosing the right options or time to push forward in providing support to the attacking players, takes a lot of energy.
Zindoga will take the throw to Letswalo. Still in play. Big hoof forward from Jordan Marks. Oh, what was the keeper doing there? Now, we've seen it all this evening, William.
This beats me completely. I mean, Zulu sees the opportunity, he's telling him, I'll pass it back to you. Okay, the goalkeeper says, not easy, does it? I'll deal with it.
He had no idea where he was. That's the problem. And you've got to feel a little bit for him. Look at those rugby lines on the field.
Yes, yes.
He didn't realize that that is not the penalty box.
My.
A little bit of sympathy for Masetti. I must say, it's these rugby lines are not properly cleared. And how horrible is that? That is terrible. It's so unlucky. Tape will have to come on for these closing stages. They'll have to bring someone on, but how bizarre a finish here, and done by the lines on the pitch. Oh, what a way for Bernard Parker. Oh, so unlucky, this young man. I really feel for him.
I mean, the fact that now we can replay and look at what could have caused his decision to pick up the ball, it's clear, deceived by the line. Obviously, this is a field that is used for rugby at the same time. That's the only reason we can explain it. I think how you put it, listen, clearly, for anybody that is wondering what happened will understand that.
There's the line. You can see it there from the rugby. Look, it has been marked over, but it's not enough. And you can understand the error. Look, he should know where he is. He's got to take responsibility, but you've got to have some sympathy for Sipho Masetti. So
could this be an opportunity for Siwelele to get the winning goal?
Yeah. His teammates have shown him great support here. He's got to get off quickly as well. The referee's not applying this law on the change, although of course Tape's got to come on first. They've got to bring an outfield player off. Looks as if Cedric George is the man who's being sacrificed, so he knows to come off quickly. He's the man, in fact, who's got very little time, and Tape will come on. But Masetti put on enough of a display today to be pressing Tape for the #1 jersey at Galaxy. Now he's got a 2-match suspension, and will he ever get a chance again? Because this is a very good goalkeeper who missed very little football last season. He's played for the Ivory Coast at full international level. He was in the Nations Cup squad a few tournaments back. So Masetti's one chance, or I wouldn't say one chance, but a chance for Masetti has perhaps gone with that red, and that is so unlucky.
First he conceded a goal where he was put under pressure, clears it, it bounces off the attacking player into his own goal. I mean, a lot happened in this game against them. This, though, is bizarre. Now, what does Tape do?
It's Marks to take it. Tape taps it away. Corner.
Good decision. You're still not sure about yourself. You haven't had enough warm-up.
Just signed a new contract, by the way, with Galaxy.
Safe to just pile it away. See if you can deal with the corner later.
Time is running out here. Bizarre finish to this game. Galaxy will end down to 10 men. Still alive. Marks in possession. Can he get the ball across? Clearing header came from Siwelele. Now, banged forward. Tape connects under a bit of pressure. He's dropped it. He gets the free kick. There was a foul on him. And that is the final whistle. So a point for Galaxy, despite ending down to 10. And I think they'll be certainly the happier of the two teams.
After what they'd gone through. And yes, it's an away game to start with. First game of the season. There's just a lot of Parker as well. On his first appointment. Obviously having been given the job on a full-time base, and I think we'll be happy to be able to come away with a point from, remember, it's the first game of the season. There's still a lot that is not quite in place with what we've been doing in preseason. So this will give me a lot of hope going forward that this team can come right. There's a lot of positives that I can pick up here. And remember, they made some good attempts as well. It's not like they went shying away from making attempts of their own. They put the goalkeeper under pressure. I'm talking Toko in this case, and they're very unlucky that it didn't happen for them. But 2 goals scored, very positive.
Well, this will be talked about for some while to come, you can bet. Bizarre red card at the end there for Sipho Bassetti. But Galaxy taking full use, goalkeeping error allowed Zulu to get the equalizer. And at the end of the day, I think more smiles on the part of the Galaxy players than for the home side. Good return for Sesani as well. Certainly showed his quality, and he gets the congratulations from his teammates too. So this has been the final match of the opening weekend of the Betway Premiership, a total of 7 games played over this weekend, and it is a 2-2 draw as Siwelele are held at home by TS Galaxy.
Fantastic game of football here at the Toyota Stadium. A game that gave us everything: emotions, red cards, bizarre moments, and this is why we love the beautiful game. This is how we officially kickstart football here in the city of Roses. 2-2 draw is how things end here, and of course the man of the match, Siwelele Jeza from Siwelele. Siwelele, congratulations. Woo, what a game.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu yena beyithafu noma nje singakwazanga ukuthola 3 point ngoba besizama ufuna ukuthola 3 point home because akumelani baphume kalule home. Ya kodwa sidlalile no love. Ngithanda ukubonga ucoach nama player for ukupilivela kumina. Ngiyabonga kakhulu.
Siwelele, talk to me about your journey from DDC Supersport, because it's your 2nd season now, but you're playing more like a mature player. You're now forming part of the spine of the team. You're becoming a very important player like Siwelele.
Yeah, ngithanda ukubonga ucoach because ucoach yapilivela kumina and yapilivela enganeni. Ngiyathanda ukubonga kakhulu ucoach for ukunginika ichance ukuthi nami ngiprove ukuthi nguba ngisuka ke.
Angitshela about that partnership yakho noThulo.
I see the partnership yethu ejimini vele senze ejim siyashifta nje ucoach uhleze sitshela ukuthi asihlala ibhola esilazi if singale ke half sisebenze kanzima sihlala ibhola esilazi.
Congratulations.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu.
Siwelele Jeza is the player of the match. You may remember him from the SuperSport United days in DDC, and now he's now become a very important figure here in the Siwelele setup. Joining me now is Coach Lishonolo Siema. Coach, we spoke about that these boys are no longer boys, they are now men, playing with so much maturity. Coach, I mean, how did you see today's game? So many emotions, you were leading. there were so many things that were happening, Coach, in this game. Where do you even begin to summarize?
Yeah, you know, first game at home, I'm just glad that we managed to score 2 goals. You know, last season we were struggling even to pass the halfway mark. Last season we opened with the 3 goals, but this season we opened up with 2 goals. Yes, we conceded, but you can see that the goals that we conceded, you can see is the rustiness of the first game, and so.
Coach, apologies.
Check. Oh, here. She's on the cable. She's on the ball. From Kaili, Peter.
Performance, especially, we showed a lot of speed, and that is what we wanted to use. And if we're gonna continue like this with that same intensity, will be better. And the defense was not troubled much, except when they were coming with the balls. Those long balls, I think George gave us a bit of a problem there. The guys that the debutants that I have, there are countless of them, and you can see, like you said, the experience that we have in the team, the guys that we have acquired that came. You can see they're helping the team, but I'm happy with their performance, but unlucky to the guys that we couldn't get the 3 points today. But I think the supporters have seen that there's something that is coming. This team is going to be a very difficult team to beat.
Absolutely, Coach. I mean, you brought in so many of the new players, and one of the questions that I did ask you in the pre-match was about the experience and the depth, but this team has been playing like they've been playing for the past 5 seasons. Talk to me about the different combinations, Coach, especially with Utulo as well as Uches up front, especially in that first half, how problematic they were for TS Galaxy.
Yeah, it's the things that we have been working on them during pre-season. I think pre-season helped us a lot, and there's still 2 more players that we are waiting for that they could soon will. Because of the paperwork, they couldn't be here because they are foreigners. Then we'll be solid, and I think the combinations we have been working on them during pre-season, they are not yet there where we want them. But I like the character, I like the speed that we wanted to play with, especially the aggressive, to being aggressive and challenging also the centre backs there. And unlucky, Siwelele also hitting the upright there. So yeah, the way we finished the match, I'm happy with it. They was just unlucky that we couldn't get a goal. Even the goalkeeper that played a minute, he has already made a save. So yeah, no, there are a lot of positives that we can take from this club, from this game.
Coach, quickly before I let you go, just the excitement of the Bloemfontein, fans coming out once again, putting their faith in you, coming out in their numbers, supporting, because you've brought back football to the City of Roses.
They are our heartbeat. We'll never, ever do anything without them. I'm sure now, even now, I can't wait to get there to join the singing there. But we want to say to them, we thank them. They came in one of the cold Bloemfontein nights, but without them, they know they are our heartbeat. They are no more supporters. They are our heartbeat.
Thank you, Coach. You'll take the points. Congratulations on the points at home, Coach.
Definitely I'll take the point. The first game, I'll take the point. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Coach Lihlonolo CM saying that the fans are their heartbeat. Of course, in the City of Roses, they have brought back the football that they so love here. And of course, they don't get the 3 points, but at least they do get that very important point. Coach Bernard Parker now joins me. Coach, what a game.
What a game. What a game, what a way to start the season. I think overall it's a fair result. Reason why I'm saying it was end-to-end on both sides, on both ends. The thing on our side is that the mistakes, the errors we've committed, I think we could have committed less errors, less mistakes. And also in attacking as well, we really need to understand what we worked on in terms of our attacking zones. You know, sometimes when you need to cross, we don't cross. Sometimes when you need to play the ball behind, because we did practice in terms of our break attacks, playing the ball behind, and then we do not. So overall, I would say the guys gave a good account of themselves, Siwelele as well. So it's just for us to now prepare for the next game.
When you look at how you started this game, you had the 3 players at the back, and you were trying to overload that midfield with the 5 players. Coach, did that strategy work as well as you had hoped today? Because you spoke about dealing with the pace of Siwelele today.
In the first 20 minutes or so, especially on our right side of our defense. We didn't deal well with the winger and especially the striker as well. The striker being very mobile, creating the overload on the side. But then after we found a solution in terms of neutralizing their winger. And on the other side, Mlondi did very well and also trying to keep the other winger quiet as well. But the midfield battle was overall a fair battle, you know, from both teams. Making sure that they keep the game alive and keep the momentum. We brought in Uzintonga, you know, in space of Okulu, and he did better. He done well. So it was an away game. So overall, I think from the performance, we are happy with a point.
You found yourself always chasing in this game, but coach, the fact that your team could come back, how much character do you think that showed, and the fight that you spoke about that you're going to need from your team this entire season?
Yes, definitely. We've worked a lot on the psychological part of the players, you know, and strengthening their mentality, making sure that they stay resilient, that they stay sharp in decision making, and also have that mental toughness in terms of being resistant, you know. And the guys do well with regards to that. A lot of duels won, a lot of duels missed, but maybe sometimes of the pitch, you know, when the temperature dropped, the dew came onto the grass, and there was a little slip and slide here and there. But overall, the mentality was tops. Just for us, also that we score on set pieces. It shows also that the aggression is there in terms of our set play in that part of our game. It's a plus for us, so it's just for us to make sure that we build on this and be stronger in our next game.
Thank you so much, Coach. All the best for your next game.
Thank you.
Well, it's a share in the spoils here. It is TS Galaxy that finishes this game with 10 men. Very, very bizarre indeed with that red card from Sipho Maseti. Tail end of the game, but it will be a share of the spoils. The City of Roses is alive. Football is back and celebrating 30 years of the Premier Soccer League. And I can tell you now that these fans have been eager to wait for this football. And what a spectacle there was served today. Not just Sunday delight, but I can